Welcome back, morning warrior. Notice, how does it feel to return to this practice for day 2? What energy did you carry from yesterday into today? Celebrate yourself for showing up again. Consistency starts with the second step. Let's start our meditation. Find your comfortable seated position, spine naturally tall. Take 5 deep breaths. Letting each exhale release any morning tension. Five, four, three, two, one. Now place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Feel the rhythm of life pulsing within you. This is your first gift to be grateful for. Imagine yourself standing at the entrance of a beautiful, expansive garden. This is your personal gratitude garden. Every flower represents something that you appreciate. Notice the gate opening easily as you approach with an open heart. Step inside and feel the warm earth beneath your feet. The air smells fresh, sweet, filled with possibility. Begin walking through your garden, noticing different sections. Coming up, the relationship rose garden. Each rose represents someone you love. Now you are walking to the experience sunflower field. Tall flowers representing meaningful moments. Pause at each sunflower. So many meaningful moments. Now you reach the challenge strength tree growth. Strong trees grown from difficult times. Each time, each situation that have made you stronger. Now you come to the Simple Joy Wildflower Meadow. It's a meadow filled with wildflowers, colorful bursts, each representing small daily pleasures. The hot cup of coffee, the hug, the good morning. What a beautiful gratitude garden. I want you to find a comfortable spot in the center of this garden of yours. Notice how this space grows more vibrant as you appreciate it. Feel the gratitude, not just as a thought, but as a warm energy flowing through your body. Realize that this garden exists within you always. You can visit it anytime. Take 3 deep breaths, bringing this garden energy into your physical body. Know that you carry this abundance of appreciation with you. Gently open your eyes while still being connected to this grateful state. Now we are going to write our gratitude. Write about 3 moments from yesterday that brought you joy. Whether it was a smile from a stranger, the taste of your first sip of coffee, the feeling of clean sheets, a moment of laughter, the sound of birds or rain. And I want you to write it down as I am grateful for, and fill in the blank, because it reminded me that, and fill in the blank. I repeat, I am grateful for the smile from the stranger, because it reminded me that I am alive and seen. Write down your 3 moments. Very good. Now I want you to think of something difficult from yesterday or something difficult from last week. And I want you to find the hidden gift in that difficulty. What strength did it reveal to you? What did it teach you about yourself or about others? How is it redirecting you to something better? And write down, even though dash was challenging, I'm grateful that it showed me dash. Excellent. Yes, continue writing. Now we will do appreciation for something that hasn't as yet happened, but which you're excited about. It could be an opportunity that's coming up, or a relationship that's growing, or a skill that you're developing, or a dream that you're pursuing. And write down, I'm grateful in advance for, because I know that it will help me dash. Now I want you to thank a specific part of your body. Your eyes for helping you see the beauty, or your heart for caring deeply. Thank your body for what it's doing. Very good. Writing your gratitude is your way of helping yourself. It's your way of looking at the possibility. Now I want you to set your intention for the day. Choose the feeling that you want to feel for today. Choose how you're going to help yourself feel this feeling. Very good. Set your intention, because if you set your intention, you know how you are and what you are focused on. Let me tell you a story of the two rivers. In a mountainous region, there were two valleys separated by a ridge. Both valleys received water from the same source, a mighty glacier melting in the peaks above. Yet the two valleys experienced their water very differently. One was the scarcity valley. In the first valley lived a community of people that had experienced a terrible drought years earlier. The memory of the empty wells, the cracked earth, never left them. Though water now flowed abundantly through their valley via a clear river, the people remained fixated on the drought. They built dams to hoard the water, afraid that the river might stop. They guarded their wells jealously, unwilling to share with their neighbors. They watched the sky obsessively for clouds, always anxious about the next dry season. When it rained, instead of celebrating, they worried. When will it stop? How long until we are going to be dry again? Their constant fear of scarcity made them miss the present abundance. A farmer might have water flowing right past his field, but spend all his energy worrying about having enough, forgetting to plant seeds in the fertile soil. A mother might have enough food to feed her family, but portion it so that future hunger, the fear of future hunger, and that her children would be undernourished was underlying her behavior. The irony, their fear of scarcity actually created scarcity. Hoarding water meant it grew stagnant. Refusing to share meant no one had enough for community projects. Not planting seeds meant no harvest. Not nourishing children meant they had no strength for tomorrow. The valley declined, not because the water was scarce, but because the people believed that it was scarce. And then the other valley, the abundance valley. In the second valley, the people had also known hardship, but they'd learned a different lesson. The river kept flowing. Water they'd discovered was regenerative. The more you use it intentionally, the more could grow. The more you shared it, the stronger your community became. The more you trusted it, the more you could plan confidently for the future. These people built irrigation systems that channeled water to their fields. They created fountains in town squares, not to waste, but to celebrate and share. They planted abundant gardens, knowing that the river would understand and sustain them. They helped their neighbors build their own wells because they understood a stronger community means a stronger valley for everyone. When drought came, and it did, they had reserves, not from hoarding, but from intelligent use. Because they'd invested in their soil, their crops were resilient. Because they built a community, neighbors helped each other. Because they trusted abundance, they created systems that could weather scarcity. The valley thrived, not because challenges didn't come, but because people's belief in abundance had led them to build in ways that made them actually abundant. Now's the turning point when one valley met the other. One year, a devastating flood hit both the valleys simultaneously. The river swelled dangerously. In the Scarcity Valley, panic erupted. The dams they'd built to hold the water became dangerous. They couldn't handle the overflow. The people who had hoarded in fear now watched their stores washed away because they had never shared resources or built community systems, they faced the crisis alone and unprepared. In the Abundance Valley, the irrigation systems actually helped. They distributed channels, guided excess water safely. The community's strong bonds meant everyone worked together. The diverse crops meant some plants thrived even when others struggled. The people who trusted and invested now had resilience. A woman from the Scarcity Valley watched the Abundance Valley handle the flood with grace and finally understood. She walked to the ridge between the valleys and called out, "How did you know that the flood was coming? How did you prepare so well?" And the answer came back. We didn't know that the flood was coming, but we stopped preparing for scarcity and started building for abundance. When you build systems that thrive, when the times are good, they're strong enough to survive when the times are bad. What is the lesson that we can learn from this story? The Scarcity Valley's fear didn't prevent a drought, it caused a decline during abundant times. Understand that your anxiety about not enough can make you miss opportunities right in front of you because you're so busy hoarding, your decisions are all fear-based, and your isolation is self-fulfilling. Abundance thinking doesn't deny challenges. They still face droughts and floods. But it wasn't about pretending their problems that didn't exist. It was about building systems strong enough to handle challenges because you've invested in health during good times. Remember the paradox. Giving creates having. Scarcity Valley lost everything, holding on to it too tight. The Abundance Valley strengthened by sharing and investing. Remember that gratitude and generosity and sharing aren't luxuries. They are mechanisms for abundance. The Scarcity Valley believed that water was limited, and so they fought over it. The Abundance Valley understood that the river kept flowing, so they figured out how to use it better. In a generous universe, your neighbor's success doesn't diminish yours. It strengthens the whole system. If you've woken up with the scarcity mindset mentality, your thought process is, I don't have enough time, energy, or ability. I rush through the ritual without checking it off. I'm holding my energy to avoid challenges. I'm comparing myself to others, worried that I'm behind. The result is that you feel more depleted, not more energized. But if you wake up with an abundance mindset morning, then your thought process is, I have exactly what I need, and my practice creates more. Enjoying each moment, trusting the process, investing energy in meaningful tasks because you know that it multiplies, celebrating others' growth as proof that abundance is possible. The shift happens when you stop hoarding time and you trust that a 45-minute morning ritual creates efficiency for your whole day. You stop fearing failure and start investing in growth, knowing that challenges make you stronger. You stop comparing and you start celebrating others' journeys, knowing that abundance is not pie, it grows. You stop protecting yourself and start sharing, knowing that gratitude and generosity create connections. You stop preparing for drought and start building systems that thrive. Who in your life deserves appreciation which you haven't expressed? Someone who's always there but you take for granted? A person who has helped you during a difficult time? A mentor or a teacher or a role model who has influenced you? I want you now to place both your hands on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Notice this incredible organ that beats 1,00,000 times per day without you even thinking about it. And I want you to say thank you to your heart for keeping you alive and helping you to love. Imagine a golden light radiating from your heart with each beat of your heart. And see that this light is touching everyone and everything you are grateful for. Notice how this light grows stronger as you show appreciation. Very good. Now that we have completed our meditation, our gratitude, our thought for the day, our learning of a scarcity mindset and an abundant mindset, and you have a beautiful day. God bless you.